Hey guys, welcome back to the Con Kids After Show for Marvel's What If, where we break down each part of Marvel's new animated series that flips the script on the MCU, reimagining famous events from the films in unexpected ways. This week we discuss when the Avengers are infected by a zombie plague, the surviving heroes search for a cure. Can they find the cure and save the world before the zombie plague takes over the planet? I'm Austin, and with me we got two new guests in the show, Daniel and Aaron. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thank you. This is so cool.
Of course. Glad to have you guys. You guys want to say like a little intro about yourselves?
Oh, yeah. I'm Daniel Medley, and I really like Marvel. It's awesome, and I'm really excited to talk about What If.
All right, my name is Aaron Jennings. I can't remember a time when I didn't love Marvel and DC. And if someone asked me which one do you like better, Marvel or DC, I say equally. And that alone starts an argument in itself.
Like a parent, I love both my kids equally. That's great. You guys saw the episode, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I actually just saw it, and I'm like, oh snap! I'm so excited to talk about it.
Yes, everybody watching this, don't eat food while watching that episode. I was like,
Yeah, honestly, I definitely was. They started eating them, and then they was like, whoa!
I couldn't taste my pizza. I was like, I'll just go hungry.
Yeah, for sure. So for anybody that might need a recap on the show, basically what happened was back when Hank Pym is going into the quantum realm in Ant-Man 2, his wife had received a plague or a zombie infection. So when he brought her back to the main universe, she infected everybody. So all the Avengers got the plague. So the episode follows Bruce Banner as he comes back from the beginning of Infinity War. And it's him with a bunch of other Avengers fighting and trying to find out how to get a cure and save the world. Just in a gist for the most part.
Yeah.
But it's really cool watching it.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah.
So what was your overall like opinion about the episode? Like, you like it, not like it?
I liked it. I think I kind of liked the last episode a little more.
Doctor Strange?
Yeah, Doctor Strange's episode was, well, a lot happened in that episode. But I liked, it was like, this episode was kind of cool though. It was like kind of like crazy though, how like everyone was just like dying. It was kind of like the third episode, like all the Avengers just died. And it was kind of crazy, but it was an interesting take. So that was kind of like my opinion on it.
Yeah, same here. I enjoyed it. Like, yeah, what Daniel said, everyone just kept dying left and right. When Happy died, I had no reaction because it was done in the fun. He was like, ow. And then just got yanked away. And then I was like, well, he's gone. It was everyone kept dying, and they did it in such a funny manner. Like, Falcon got sliced in half, and Bucky was like, I never liked him anyway. The only part where I felt like there were lots of parts where I felt emotional, but for me, the most emotional part for me was mainly with what happened with Vision and when Bucky had to fight Steve, and when he said, this is the end of the line. Because remember in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, he said, I'm with you to the end of the line, pal, which it kind of got to me. But then I was like, he got the shield.
Yeah, we finally got the shield.
Yeah.
Like Captain Bucky references.
Captain Bucky.
Yeah. No, I've been looking forward to this ever since they were like released the What If trailer. So I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Like, I like the second episode with Star-Lord and T'Challa, but this is definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what did you think about the level of violence in this one?
Wow.
I definitely thought it was like the most intense out of all of them.
Yeah.
Like, because they were actually like trying to show them getting eaten up by the zombies. So I was like, I wasn't expecting, like, I've seen some other, some other superhero movies, but for Disney Plus, at least, I was surprised.
Yes, they really got together in the meeting and they're like, how far can we push the rating? I mean, children will be watching this, right? Like, they'll be fine. They got their parents. Yeah, the amount of violence, I kind of expected it for a zombie episode. I mean, if it really wasn't, then it wouldn't really felt the same. But I felt like they did their best where they could to kind of keep it like watchable for like a younger audience, but you could still see people getting their heads blown off and just guts and explosions. But yeah.
Yeah. No, for like my little brother, when he was like 4, he was used to watching like Jurassic World, where they're literally like chomping up people.
Yeah.
So honestly, he would love this episode.
Yeah.
I don't think it affected him.
For sure. I maybe they had to make it a little more bloody because I'm pretty sure like the comics is probably even worse.
Yeah, the Marvel Zombies was way worse.
So maybe they're just trying to like, for the fans, they did make it a little more gorier or more violent, I should say.
Yeah. No, yeah, it wasn't crazy out of the line violent though. Like they
Yeah.
kind of hid a lot of like the blood and guts, like through shadow, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like you knew what was happening, but like at least they didn't
Yeah.
like, because like we can't push too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys saw? What'd you guys think of the Peter's little video that he has about how
Oh,
this?
Oh my gosh. That was so funny. I like, really missed that. Like, I remember seeing Spider-Man Homecoming. You just see Peter Parker doing those dumb videos, and then they put it in here, and I was just laughing. That was like my favorite part.
A kid literally being a kid. And when this happened, I was laughing so much, especially the scene with Bucky. He's like, you know, all I have to do is squeeze, right? And then I was just laughing.
No, yeah, definitely some Zombieland references there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. With Scott would not stop.
Oh my goodness. I don't know who was more obnoxious in the episode, Spider-Man or Scott.
I know. Scott literally looked at me just trying to cope with the zombie apocalypse. That would have been just me.
Yeah. So in WandaVision, Wanda couldn't help but use her chaos magic to keep Vision around after his death. But here we see that Vision arguably went to more disturbing lengths to contain a zombified Wanda. What do you think about that?
Oh wow. I did think it was like a little like, I wasn't expecting Vision to do something like that. I'll be honest, but I guess because remember Infinity War, and then they needed Vision's help, but he decided to stay with Wanda because he wanted to make his own choice. So maybe it's possible that he maybe could have done that in that scenario, but I did think it was like Vision being mysterious and manipulating people. That's a
Ultron.
Ultron.
But yeah, that scene completely caught me off guard. And then he was like, "You've been luring people here so that your girlfriend can eat them." I mean, I understand, but it kind of showed like what happened with Civil War, how Vision miscalculated when he tried to shoot Falcon, and he was distracted by Wanda, and he said that he didn't think he was capable of making mistakes. And just the scene that he said he really couldn't fathom what he'd done, and I think that's also just a lack of emotion and him also just trying to block out what he was actually doing. But it also kind of showed like no matter the multiverse or timeline, their love is still connecting them, especially when Wanda saw Vision dead there, and even in her zombie-like state, she didn't even try to eat him, and she didn't even eat Bucky, actually. She threw him away instead, which shows, like...
Yeah.
It was sad.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Like they never can end up together. Like every time we've seen them together, there's always something.
Mhm.
Never a regular relationship.
It's like Civil War, they're against each other. Eventually find each other in Infinity War. Then Vision dies. Then there's a WandaVision. They're together again. Guess what? It's all fake. Moving on from there. Then we see him in this. Guess what? Now Wanda's a super scary witch, like
Yeah.
head of Baba Yaga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy though, because like he called it from the very beginning, like looking back at the episode. You know, what's his face? Scott's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bobby.
Baba Yaga.
That was funny.
He's
Yeah.
been saying it for like all throughout the entire like MCU we've seen him, and then now it's like, oh crap, Scarlet Witch was
Yeah.
My biggest question when I saw Scott was like, wait, what happened to Luis? He didn't make it?
Yeah, he's gone.
I just think of him getting surrounded by zombies like, back it up. Oh no, what are we doing? Just backing up? Just back it up?
The fact that Scott was just ahead, it was just like it was just flying with like Doctor Strange's cape.
Yeah.
That
When
was
he made that Harry Potter reference, I was just like,
oh yeah, he did say.
are they in the same universe now? Did Harry Potter meet Doctor Strange somehow?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Was it hard to see Bucky kill Falcon or Cap? Zombified?
Yeah,
It was very interesting. Like I felt like I definitely felt he showed more emotion for Cap than Falcon. Like when he killed the Falcon, he was like, oh, I don't know why I don't feel emotion.
Yeah, I think why that was is because I look back on it. This takes place before Falcon and the Winter Soldier, before they really started bonding. And like in Captain America Civil War, they were at odds more. And I feel like if this would have happened after Falcon and the Winter Soldier, would have been more of a connection.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, it was like, wow. I was like, whoa.
But yeah, when he had to kill Cap, that kind of hurt me the most because he spent all that time being like a big brother to Steve, like looking after him, like he protected him, and then Steve saved him, and just to see him have to do that, it was sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, it was definitely. They killed off like the main Avengers super easily though. That's one thing that kind of bothered me. Like you had all these, I don't want to say like inferior superheroes, but like all like the super powerful ones you see were like the first to go. Like Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Captain America, like the big guys compared to like, so to speak, the side characters. I don't want any hate for this, but like they were the ones that survived. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that is kind of weird because they literally said like in the beginning, the world's mightiest heroes fell, and so did the world, and then the world got affected so fast. So the Avengers Zombies versions must have been doing some work. So
yeah, like
I can see it's kind of just like they did kind of just die pretty fast, but I don't know, the zombiness got to them. They just started going crazy.
Yes, I had several questions because I'm a comic book nerd and I love the movies even more because of that. So I had so many questions like, so Captain America with the super soldier serum, you know how he explained the serum kind of protects his body, his immune system is boosted. I wonder if the serum would have done anything to counteract the virus. And I thought T'Challa would have survived because the vibranium weave. I don't think any of the zombies were biting through that. And I was like, how'd they get through to Tony's armor? Because I thought maybe Ant-Man, but we saw what happened with that in Civil War. And Thanos, how did they even bite through Thanos' skin? Like, how did Thanos, of all people who just bodied the whole casually, a zombie bites him, was like, it was inevitable.
hit like half the gauntlet. How did he not just like he could have snapped something?
Yeah.
I thought that was a really weird scene because I was like thinking, so is he still gonna like snap half of existence, or is he gonna like snap everyone not to be a zombie anymore?
He's gonna wish for more food.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Oh man. So what do you think was the funniest line in this episode?
I kind of do think it was with Lingard and Levios. It was just because it was like they're in the heat of the moment, everyone's running, and then this guy is hyped that he's flying in the air.
Yeah. For me, I think it was probably when Ebony Maw was making his speech about dying by the hands of the children of Thanos, because when like, am I gonna have to listen to this whole speech again? Then I'm like, thank you, Tony, thank you. I didn't want to listen to that again. And probably like the second was when Peter was like, do you guys not have horror movies in Wakanda? We don't split up people. Also, where was Peter's Spidey sense? That was one of the main questions I was asking myself.
And Peter wasn't that technically. That's technically a new Peter Parker too, right?
Yes,
and Tom Holland.
Yeah, and one last thing I will say, when Peter was talking about all the people he lost, and he brings up Uncle Ben, that's the first time Uncle Ben's name has been mentioned in the MCU, even though it's not the main 616 universe. He still name dropped Uncle Ben, which we have not seen ever. Like, with great power comes great responsibility. Like, instead he had in Captain America Civil War, he had to say something else, like, then the bad things happen. And they happen because of you. Like, just said, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, no, that was awesome seeing that they could actually mention Uncle Ben. Hopefully they can maybe show like a flashback or something.
I mean, that man has died enough times.
I mean, yeah, but it's Uncle Ben. Like, you notice how like each Aunt May's gotten younger and younger and younger?
Yes.
What's Ben gonna look like?
Oh my gosh.
That does kind of make me want to see an Uncle Ben in the MCU now.
Just to see him get shot.
Yeah, just the curiosity. What does he look like?
Yeah, just imagine like Brad Pitt walking up, like looking like himself, like super big, glorious hair.
It's like when he gets shot, his hair flows.
Bulls how he didn't. Wait, wasn't it like Trojan or something he pulled up in the movie? Troy, that's what it was. Or he was like this long, luscious hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
He pulls up like that.
that'd be funny.
That'd be hysterical. So, did you wonder how they could use their superpowers, like even though they were zombies?
Yeah, I kind of did. I thought a little like the fact that Doctor Strange was still kind of like precise with his portals, even though he was a zombie. Like they were kind of smarter zombies than I usually see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Because I kind of expected them to still be able to use their powers to some degree, because the basic instinct of a zombie is to basically get food. But I guess since this would be Marvel, it would kind of take away from the act of like they're superhero zombies. Because I believe in the comics and the Marvel zombie comic books, they could use their powers. It was just that they were so hungry, they would use their powers to get food more effectively. But yeah, because when they were so focused, like when Doctor Strange and Wong just dove in and just grabbed them by using the portals, I was like, oh wow, they're hungry.
they're aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah, like what made the Avengers different from like everybody else? Because like Hawkeye doesn't have any powers,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah, that was like doing the cleanest stuff. It's like he was doing good as a zombie, better than like most of the Avengers.
or even Happy. Happy was like using the blaster or the Iron Man hand. So it's like, why is he not just walking around like?
Saying blam blam, and like his last words, blam blam.
No, that was definitely the best part.
Yeah. But do you guys think there will be an episode 2? Because I felt like it was kind of left in the air because it was kind of, remember when I believe one of the zombies tried to bite Bruce Banner and the Hulk transformed his arm and the zombie wasn't able to bite it because, the Hulk, his skin is almost impenetrable. So even if he can't overpower Wanda, do you think the zombies will be able to infect him? And do you think it'll lead to like a second episode? Because if there's like a Hulk zombie, the whole episode's over. Spidey, go take care of Hulk. Like, me?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I think they could though, but yeah, they left like a lot of questions. They had Hulk, and then they just had Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. So I guess they could. I mean, I don't know. Like, would everyone just be like, would Hulk just, I don't know, hop to Wakanda or something, or I don't know, they meet up. I don't know.
Hop to Wakanda. So I'm like a whole jumping over there.
Yeah.
Because also Thor is still out there, I believe, because this happens before Infinity War.
Oh yeah, so Thor's doing something.
Floating somewhere in space.
Yeah.
Oh
and
yeah,
the Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah, they would be with them. I wonder if they're gonna pop up later.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
They
would
do
be.
a part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Also, could Thor get infected? Because that's the question. Like with his Asgardian physiology, would he be able to get infected? Considering like he's quote unquote a god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of questions. I was also thinking about how I don't know if it's just me, but I felt there's like a lot of moments sometimes where it was like when somebody died, they actually didn't have to. Like
Everybody
Hulk
was
was
sacrificing themselves.
yeah, like Bruce Banner was in the ship, and then they could have just flew away, and then he was just like, "I'll go sacrifice myself." I'm like, dude, why? Just fly away. They're not even close to you. It was just kind of interesting to me. I was like, and then like Vision, his stone. I mean, I get what he was going through, but his stone was keeping the zombies away. Why didn't they like
gone with them or like carried the jet with his super strength, pick up the jet and fly away with it?
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of interesting. I was like,
Yeah. What was the best kill in this? Like, what was the best zombie kill in this?
Oh, zombie kill. Oh gosh, I have to think about that.
I think for me, it would have to be between Cap when Bucky just threw his shield back and like call back to Winter Soldier when he first caught the shield and threw it back to him. So this time Cap didn't catch it. Or just the scene where Okoye just chopped Sam in half. I was like, oh.
I'm not upset.
I think that was kind of like maybe it was like yeah, it was definitely Falcon maybe getting shot. I think I just liked the effects at that part. I was like, ooh. And I don't know if this counts, but when Vision like flattened the ground with Wanda in it, which was kind of an attempt, but I just thought it looked really cool.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I'm gonna have to go blam blam. The whole happy kill. That was hysterical.
Oh yeah.
Serious episode. It was nice just seeing a blam 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 gone. Even when he was dead, he's like.
He's like, my will lives on. Blam blam.
Blam blam.
Wait. So what did Bucky say after he killed Cap?
Oh, he said, "I'm sorry, pal. I think this is the end of the line." Believe that's what he said.
Yeah, it was great seeing like an end to like their phrase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then he just took the shield.
Yeah.
I'll continue your legacy.
Yeah.
I felt sad for Peter because he was listing off all the people he's lost. And I'm like, at least you still have Aunt May. Like, oh yeah, Aunt May used to say, and then I'm like, oh. Like he's lost basically everybody.
Yeah. quoting you know Nor's Spider-Man from Into the Spideyverse, he had a pretty rough origin story.
This is a pretty hardcore origin
It
story.
was pretty tough. Everyone's just dying.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So if you guys were in this like world, so to speak, who would you want like to survive with you? Like if you had one pick of an Avenger to be with you,
One Avenger.
like dead or alive.
Okay.
I would go with Iron Man. But maybe Cap. Maybe Cap, I feel like as a soldier, he already has survival instincts.
Clearly, he did not.
Yeah, clearly he didn't. But maybe if I was with him, I could give him some advice like, hey, man. Or maybe Iron Man. Maybe I'll be like, Iron Man, let's like build like a place that keeps us safe. You're smart enough to do it.
I mean, if it was just you and Cap, every time you would feel downtrodden, he would give you a motivational speech. You're like, with the last ones, he puts his hand under his back, like, it's not over. There's still hope. Like, Cap, this is like the 50th inspirational speech today.
Yeah, I love how like not Iron Man, Spider-Man kind of took over that role in this episode.
Yes.
Like he didn't give any speeches, but he was just hopeful.
Yeah.
For me, I think it'd probably have to be Thor, just for the muscle to keep me safe.
Yeah, everybody's been man crushing on Thor this series.
Yeah.
I guess they got you too, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, he technically beat Hulk. For me, I'm going to have to probably go with Doctor Strange, just because the whole portal thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm like, I just want to dip. I'm like, let's go to another reality.
Get out of there.
You just like go to the mirror dimension. We're just seeing reflections of everything going like, we're safe here. We're just sipping some tea while you just see the zombies walking around.
That's facts though. Doctor Strange, like that makes no sense to me how easily he was taken out.
Like a magical spell to make myself immune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am curious. Like, I wish they gave even. I mean, I understand why they don't give that much detail, but I wish they gave more detail on how everyone got infected, because it's just like, dude. I mean, I just feel like the whole Avengers group would have been more planned out about this. We got like Doctor Strange, Iron Man. Like Iron Man doesn't. No one can tell me that a super genius like Iron Man, who's always planning ahead, literally planned ahead before Thanos came, would not have a plan for when zombies come. Like, that's like so level one to me for him. Like, if anything ever happened, I would have had a basement, a secret lab. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I just realized. When the zombie apocalypse happened, I can just imagine the government just like, you gotta nuke the planet. What? To stop the spread of the infection. Like, it didn't work in New York. It's not gonna help it. We gotta nuke the planet.
We gotta nuke the planet. Wow.
Yeah. So, like, out of this episode, more towards the series, you guys noticing anything like build up in the series, like from like episode 1 now, episode 5?
I definitely feel like the stories have gotten more and more darker.
Yeah.
And like, I feel that it's like leading towards the watcher possibly, I don't know, interfering. Maybe. I'm not sure. But I just feel like they're getting, because we had like episode 1 was pretty like cool, you know, have Peggy Carter do her thing. And then episode 2 was kind of more like, it was like comedy. And then episode 3 happened, and then all the Avengers died. Then we had Doctor Strange going through his trauma, and now all the Avengers are zombies. It's getting more intense.
Yeah, I kind of feel like with certain episodes, I feel like they're gonna meet up. Because I think which gave me the most, this could branch off to something, when Doctor Strange was able to hold off the world from collapsing, and it was like that small hex of him. And I'm thinking, with all of his power, he can probably go to another timeline or universe. It's just like, he might just like wallow there in self-pity and guilt.
Yeah. I got a theory about that actually. Like, I have no idea if it might be true or not, so
theory.
don't take my word by any means of it. But like, we never like you kind of hear his like voice in the background when everything collapses in that episode. So what if possibly he does jump to another universe, possibly this next upcoming universe, and when Doctor Strange is acting super weird in this new Spider-Man movie, what if that's this variant version of Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Which isn't Doctor
Oh my
Strange,
God.
but it's kind of like taking the role of, I don't know, maybe Mephisto. Because I feel like because they definitely hinted towards like Mephisto.
Yes,
so that would be a
Mephisto
really cool way to like involve this new Doctor Strange and even possibly bring in the Watcher.
Yes, because the Watcher has been confirmed in the MCU. Because I believe it was in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, was it, where we saw the Watchers? Yeah. Speaking of Mephisto, I honestly thought he was going to be in episode 5 with Doctor Strange. I honestly thought that, but he wasn't. And then I was like, because seriously, when I was watching WandaVision, I had I didn't literally have it, but in my mind, I had a giant chalkboard of all the theories I was making up. They're like, Mephisto, the main villain. And then I was like, oh, the X-Men, they're coming. And they're like, Ralph Boner.
That is like such an interesting theory. For sure. I could see it. Because
everyone kept saying Doctor Strange was acting weird in that trailer. Like, oh yeah, this spell that could possibly just destroy everything. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Come down here, let's go.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's like when Austin brought that up. I was literally thinking like, like when you see the Doctor Strange movie, you kind of like Doctor Strange learns his lesson, not to be that selfish. And I did think it was weird that he kind of just like, after what we've seen him do and how overprotective he was about the stone in Infinity War, that he was just like, oh, I'll help you, reverse, time because everyone knows who you are now and you got high school problems. It's like, really? Doctor Strange is like, sure.
Yeah. All right, so I was going to ask you guys this question, but first I wanted to give my thoughts about what originated the zombie virus, because I felt like that was kind of left up in the air, or it was just kind of something left there for the fans, because I was like, where did this zombie virus come from, or whatever it was. And I thought that it might have been the High Evolutionary. Like, basically it's this guy in the comics who basically experiments on people and races to come to like a certain conclusion. Or I thought it might have been the Celestials, because remember in Guardians of the Galaxy where one of them had the Power Stone and it was using it to transform planets. And I thought maybe the virus was like some like higher power. I even thought at one point it might have been Kang from trying to stop like a multiversal war or something. Like I was coming up with a bunch of things, but I kind of felt like the virus wasn't just there because, clearly with these multiverses, the Watcher kind of says something has to go astray or something went wrong. So I feel like that might have been placed there, but what do you guys think?
Oh, snap. Well, yeah, when I think about it, especially like in Ant-Man 2, how Ghost kind of got like some kind of weird disease from the quantum realm. So if that is sort of like what can happen to you, it is weird that you get zombies from it in a different world. So maybe it did come from somewhere else.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It's nice seeing how like a multiverse of like endless possibilities and things can also bring about a zombie infection. That was really cool. But also, it's getting a little repetitious because they keep using the word quantum with everything.
Yes.
Quantum virus. It's like, okay.
The quantum virus, the quantum realm, the quantum shoes.
Quantum. She was like, I have a new invention. I call it the quantum ant.
I feel like you know what that actually might happen. It might happen actually. Like Ant-Man 3, they're gonna be like, we invented the quantum ant.
We're experimenting, and now ants can withstand the quantum energy, and now go into the quantum realm to build a nest, and we're gonna call that nest the quantum nest.
The best.
Yeah. So overall, like, how do you guys feel like the series is gonna end? Like, what do you think is gonna happen by the end of like the last episode?
The X-Men are gonna join in the Fantastic Four.
Oh my gosh. That would be so
Deadpool's like, I finally made it. The perfect merger.
Kevin Feige's like, the Monday.
I definitely think it's gonna have like it's gonna lead to whatever Marvel movie that's gonna come out at the time. Maybe Watcher's gonna hint to a movie. Possibly Spider-Man, I don't know. But I do think that's how it's gonna end, or the Watcher's going to interfere with one of the episodes.
Yeah, because I feel like because I kind of feel like with the potential of this series, it could possibly go on forever. Like not forever, but like he's literally saying endless possibilities. A writer could literally just come up with something, and also you could just pull from the comics because there are a bunch of stories in the comics that they could use. But I feel like if it does well enough, it could get a season 2. But I feel like at the end of the season, I think it should lead into the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, the movie that's coming out for Doctor Strange, where I think he's gonna go into the multiverse, where hopefully we'll see Mephisto, or I'll just have to it's like I give up at that point. I've made too many fan theories about Mephisto at this point.
Yeah. Like personally, the way I feel like it's gonna end is I feel like all these stray universes that we've seen are gonna start colliding with each other, and the Watcher's gonna freak out and be like, "I have to intervene now."
Yes,
That's actually a good theory.
Because like the whole Spider-Man thing, like they're like it looks like they're all like converging. So what if like all these moments we've seen in the MCU, like in Loki when he's like the whatever event happened, I forget what it's called.
The multiversal war?
No, with the threshold. When it's like we've
yes.
maybe that
is it the Nexus of it?
No, I think that's
something else.
Like maybe that, as well as like when Wanda's looking up like super like frantically at the end of WandaVision, maybe those are all synced. And then maybe we'll get another sync point like this too. So that would be really cool.
That would be super cool. I can see it happening.
Yeah. They just definitely gotta like add in some like hardcore like this is where the Watcher and the What If series end up in the show.
Yeah. I feel like it would be funny if the Watcher intervenes, stops everything, and then all the other Watchers are like, shouldn't have done that.
You not done that, bro. You messed it up.
You messed up.
Yeah.
No, cool.
For sure. And hey, everyone's seen Black Widow here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like at the end, we kind of had the end credits with Black Widow's sister about to go after Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
Maybe be another Link moment. I don't know. So.
Yeah. No, for sure. So I think we're running out of time here, but real quick, you guys thought the episode was good?
Yes.
Like, could you rate it out of 1 to 10, like on your favorite out of the season so far? What would you say?
I'd give it like an 8.
Yeah, an 8 out of 10.
Like it was enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm about there too.
I kind of felt like it would have been a little bit better if it was like the Doctor Strange episode, a little bit darker. Like if it was like to still keep the comedy, because that makes that kind of zombie content funny. But like if it was like a little bit darker in certain scenes, I feel like it could have been a little bit better. But that's just me.
Mm. Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah. Thank you so much, Daniel and Aaron, for coming on the show. We're definitely gonna have to have you guys back on. You guys were fantastic.
Yes.
Great talking to you.
Awesome.
All right.
And for all the viewers, this is the Con Kids. You can find us on Instagram at the Con Kids. You guys want to say where they can find you guys?
You can find me somewhere. I don't know where they could find me at the moment.
You can tell them on your Bible app.
Yeah, go follow me on the Bible app.
For me, I'm on Instagram on Last Elite 23 and also on YouTube, but I don't post any videos.
Yeah.
You'll find me somewhere.
You can find me at the park.
Well, thank you everybody for coming on. We'll be back here every week until the series ends, and then probably for more series when that comes out. This is the Con Kids What If After Show, and thanks for joining. See you guys.
See you.
Yeah.